Hello everyone, welcome back to Urban Ediblescapes. We are air propagating or air layering a Granny Smith apple tree. So if you saw my earlier video, you saw I don't have a truck, but you know, plant therapy. Girl's got to get her plants home somehow. So I was able to get this Granny Smith, and then I have a pink lady apple because the Granny Smith needs a pollinator. But I love this Granny Smith because, as you can see, it's got a really nice good stalk. And it's got a lot of good growth around the bottom. But it's also got these three massive top branches that I don't need to be that tall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to air layer each one and turn them into a new tree. A new Granny Smith tree. So kind of like the fig video. You make cuts. Let's see if I can get this to focus just a smidge. Let's see. And still can't see it. Come on. Come on, camera. Anyway, you make cuts around and then you take off the bark all the way around the cutting to essentially stress the tree to cause it to regrow. Like this. There we go, that's a little better. So I've already made my cuts. I tried to go in between two good buds, and then I'm starting to peel the bark off. Okay, so now all the bark is off. As you can see, you've got a nice yellow, exposed area. I did have to cut this little bud off, but that's just how it goes with apple trees. Now this is my first time doing an apple, so I will keep y'all updated as much as possible. But when you peel off all the bark, you'll get some green film, and then you just take off all the green until you get to this nice pale yellow, and then you're ready to add the bottle. So what we're using is Gatorade bottles, little bitty Gatorade bottles, Coke bottles, big Gatorade bottles. But these, you got big bottles, you got Coke bottles. It just depends. With this being so long, you can see, a big bottle. Oops, hold on. There we go. Big bottle's not that big of a deal. Little bottle, not that big of a deal. Oops, there we go. Little bottle, not that big of a deal. But when you start getting into these littles, like this fig, you want to make, a big bottle. You can see that starts getting, hold on, there we go. That starts getting into issues with when you have multiple branches and leaves. Big bottles just won't fit. There we go. And so you've got to choose the right size bottle for whatever project you're doing. And sometimes you even have to cut these bottles to just make it work. And then we wrap it up in foil. This is a fig tree that we're also air layering. But, that's how it's going to look at the end. I'll take a video once I get the bottle cut and everything. Now that we've got the bottle cut, as you can see, we use 10 snips. And we just cut it from the tip of the bottle all the way down to the bottom, and then cut a hole that fits the circumference of the branch. And then since we cut it sideways, now this is a mixture of soil, potting soil, water. We raise rabbits, so it's hay and rabbit manure, which is a cold fertilizer, and Epsom salt because it gives it a good magnesium boost. And we make sure that it's wet, so that when we put it there, that it has plenty of moisture. We don't have to try watering the bottle once we got it in. Now we do water the bottles off and on throughout the process, because this process can take 2 weeks to 4 weeks depending on your tree. So this will allow there to be plenty of food to encourage the root growth, and then we will also put root stimulating hormone in the bottle as well. So I'm going to fill the bottle up with dirt and put it around the tree. So now that I filled the bottle is now on the tree. Now I didn't fill it completely full because I wanted to get it on the tree before I fill the rest of the way. So I still leave a slit open. You can see the cut in there. And I'll finish filling the bottle full and then put aluminum foil on it so that it's dark to encourage root growth, root development. Alright, now that the bottle is full of dirt, I'm going to take this foil and I'm going to wrap the bottle up with foil so that we can still water from the top. It runs at the bottom so you don't, overwater it, but it also provides a dark environment for the roots to grow. Alrighty, there she is. Air layered apple, flared up top so I can still water, but dark, crimped here at the bottom. It'll still dribble out water, but it's not going to, it crimps it to the tree. And in about 14 to 21 days, we'll see if we've got roots and a whole new tree. And when I do, I'll end up cutting here and then end up planting her, and I'll have another Granny Smith apple.